The coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast.
I'm just saying, if there's a college or a college trip, she got to be like 12. That or he was 12.
They be having elementary schools visit colleges and shit.
Girl must be nice in some sport. They recruiting her ass in middle school.
Coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
I'm sorry, you mispronounced Twitch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, keep it up. Wide, get wide. 21. Under switch ahead.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
Go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They don't work on
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
ID and the mic works on runs, but not on passes or not double teams. Pretty much.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The end result, 21 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty
he
veterans.
Has,
you get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver.
Post specialist
you're
and
around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was something guy who couldn't run anymore.
Like
now he understands a little bit better.
On his own.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
There's your touch.
As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24.
What we got? What we got? Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hand me.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Down. 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right. Let's go, defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Looking right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd and 5.
Fucking Pettis fell on the route. Ain't that a bitch? Could have ended bad, though. It didn't, but it could have.
Here we go. Black 80! Yeah, Mike. I got one. 11. Set hunt. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Get that quarterback at all costs. Set hunt.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
We're good.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
What now? 180. Check. Walk 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Kill. Express. Motion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
You're mine. 694.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
734.
Throwing again. Carr. Got an open man. It's QT. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
All he's going to do is roll out in the pocket. see what I can do.
Down.
That's what I've been doing.
53, Mike. Get him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Goodwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go. Wait, 80. I'm on.
On first down, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, let's go.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
Come on, Goodwin.
And
What the
that's going
fuck?
to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's
Sean.
the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes
He
it
has
away.
Sean's
Well,
first
they
round
finally
pick.
made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that
Or
stop.
I should say the Eagles' first round pick.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. Open
The
pass,
height.
Pettis, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
I don't even have a
The
game.
better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Switch. 65.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need? I got you. Hatchet. Check 26. 11.
Because he got his ass kicked by Gunridge. It's like 45 to 22 or something like that.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Bang, bang.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
He made that trade? What?
Here we go.
It's a crackhead trade.
All right.
I'm coming for you, son.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was in the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He lets this one fly toward, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm here all day.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. To throw is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's go, let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 21, 21. Here we go. Mike 51.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone.
Pressed up again.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
Yep.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Twice.
Yep. Following the touchdown, ready to kick
You paid
it away
for it.
is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10,
Damn
and
it.
all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland.
How the fuck does the middle of the field get open on a
Damian
fucking
Rattling
cover 4?
in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second
seriously,
quarter.
where the
And
fuck
remember,
were my,
Charles, they're going to get the ball to
safeties?
start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield.
36.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We talk about players blitzing all the time, sometimes called just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Carr looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Mike 51. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Check 6 guys. 2. Crunch. 2. Switch. Check 52. Check 24. Check.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, Carr eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That was my fault because I didn't hit the contain.
Mike down. 180. Hey.
Nick.
You go try. You got try right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second and a yard, Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal.
He goes on a battle pass. You need to be 20 by the end of the week.
Card out of
I think it's
throw.
really going to be more like 8.
And 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Low. Check.
Here's Carr to throw.
Come on, Fred.
Middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Have pick artists, for fuck's sake.
Coaches at any time
Killing
they
me,
call
man.
an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
He's trash. Where's the other one? This Epic's. Okay. Oh yeah, I see him.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Check three! Kill! 13!
Now Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
I was hanging out next to you because they were staying there. There's a Helicon field over there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
At the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Center, man. Natural progression.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Damian Buckley. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives.
And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Let's get off the field.
To try again after this sack. Garoppolo, he's going to loft one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 40-yard touchdown.
He keeps pressing.
A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
42, Raiders 17.
Following the touchdown,
He
ready to
backed off
kick it away
and then
is
pressed
Carlson.
again. So, like I was in the middle of changing the play.
That's fielded in the end zone.
He backed up.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Again, I was like, all right, never mind, man.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
We can push.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25
There's
on
another
second
team,
and
though,
10.
these two got down.
Now Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing his car on third down. He's going to sling this deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Thank you for setting that zip line. Whoa, I got shot from right here. Whoa. I can't, bro. This is right here. He's looting me. I mean, we're doing alright. We're in 6 right now.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Right there, right there, right there, right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double. Watch safety creep, man.
I guess I'm one and done, guys.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just give her a controller. That's not
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
I don't know, but he's out of the game.
Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
No.
The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Brissett, the backup, his first throw. He's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said.
Is that how y'all do up in Michigan?
Control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
You can have custody of him. You just can't have custody of
The
my
Raider
TV.
offense set to get this drive started.
I told him he could go upstairs and use the other TV, but he doesn't want to play on Wi-Fi.
A little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
See that? She compromised this on him. He ain't compromised.
Totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack.
He got the money. He could do it. For now.
2nd and inches. Carr Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I might be able to do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Today, though,
that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
No, I'm saying because we got people
gritty
coming over,
run,
so I don't want to
got
have to
behind
send
his
the TV all the
pads,
way back.
bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
It's like a 30-inch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Carr.
It's one of those ones that's like 10 years old. Remember how heavy those TVs were?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On play action. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
See, it's both ours.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
6-man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Bargaining.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go.
Yes.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The minorities.
Yeah.
Impromptu Mortal
So it's
Kombat.
Raider football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down,
His grandson. She'd be out there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the Raiders' 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's set a tone.
And they will take a knee here.
Super Bowl for those people.
A loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
Winston cigarettes.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think they bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable.
I mean, to be fair, though, they don't pump their own gas. They have people who do that for them.
That's why I was really confused.